All right, welcome back to Book 4, Unit 8. This is Grammar Presentation, and this is our last presentation for grammar in Book 4. So, what do we need to know? What is a modal verb? What is a base verb? And what is possibility? Now, this is just a continuation of what we started in Grammar Presentation 1. Today we will study will, may, might, meanings, positive and negative, questions, ability, possibility, and prediction. Okay, take a minute, review this slide, and then we will discuss it together. All right, let's discuss it. What's a modal verb? Don't forget, what's this word here? Remember, this is a contraction. We went over this in part 1 of grammar, contractions. So what's a modal verb? Modal verbs go in front of a base verb. Remember, a base verb is a verb with no changes. No S, no ED, no ING, no changes. That's the base verb. Modals change the meaning of the base verb. Modal verbs have 3 different jobs. This week we will learn 3 modals. May, might equals possibility. Will equals a prediction or a guess about the future. Okay, take 2 minutes, review this, and then we will discuss it together. All right. May and might equal possibility. I don't know if it will happen, maybe. All right. So typically we use this word maybe when we're talking about may or might. All right. You don't know if it will happen. Subject plus may plus base verb. Subject plus might plus base verb. Something that might happen. Okay. Subject plus may not plus base verb. Subject plus might not plus base verb. Something that might not happen. Okay, so let's look at some of our examples here. I may be late to class tomorrow. Am I for sure going to be late? I don't know. Okay? Why am I saying this? Because I probably have something that I need to do first thing in the morning tomorrow. And there's a possibility that I could get delayed, or it might take a little bit longer, so I might be late for class. All right. So I may be late for class. I might be late to class tomorrow. All right. So either one of these is correct. We use these interchangeably. All right. You can use may or might. It may rain next week. It might rain next week. Okay. Now, am I just guessing here? No. There's a possibility of this. Why would I say this? Because there is something that tells us that maybe there's going to be rain. They may not go to Dubai next week. They might not go to Dubai next week. Why? They were probably planning on going to Dubai, but there's a chance that something may stop them from doing this. He may not have a phobia. He might not have a phobia. Okay? Now, as you can see, we've used may or might in either of these sentences, and both of them are correct. All right, so let's take a look at it. With may and might, we are thinking a 60% positive and a 40% negative. So when we're saying this, we're thinking there's a greater than 50% chance that this will happen. When we use the negative, may not and might not, you're saying 60% negative, 40% positive. So you're saying there's a greater chance above 50% there that it may not happen. All right? Keep this in mind. All right? Now, as you can see, this is not quite a 50-50. It's just a little bit above 50%. So I may pass the test is more positive. I may not pass the test, more negative. All right? Now, why do I say I may pass the test? Because I think I understand this material, all right? Or I studied a little bit. I may not pass the test because you're saying, I don't really understand, and maybe I didn't study. So you're saying there's a greater chance that you won't pass because of something that maybe happened. All right? Okay, let's look at our next slide. Again, take a minute, go through our slide here, and then we will discuss it together. All right. Will equals a guess or a prediction about the future. Subject plus will plus base. The prediction is 100% yes. Subject plus will not plus base. Subject plus won't plus base. We can use the contraction. The prediction is 100% no. So this is the key. When we're using will, we're focusing on 100% yes Will not and won't, 100% no. I will pass the test. Why are you making this statement? Because you know 100%, you know the material. There is no chance that you are going to fail. No chance. It will rain tomorrow. How do we know this? You know what's happening with the weather. There's something that's telling you it's definitely going to happen. You will be happy on your birthday. They will eat at Fridays. Why are they saying this? Because they have a definite plan to do this. So it's 100% sure. Okay, I won't fail the test. This is similar to I will pass the test. I will pass the test or I won't fail the test. They both means the same thing, right? I won't be sunny tomorrow. Why are we saying this? Because we already know the weather has predicted it's going to be a big storm or cloudy or raining. You will not be sad on your birthday. Again, because there's information that's telling us that this is not going to happen. They won't eat at Herfy. Why? If they've made a plan to eat somewhere else, or maybe they don't like this place, so they're not going to go there. Okay, let's look at our next slide. Okay, again, take a minute, go over it, and then we'll discuss it together. All right. Some important things to remember. Positive, may, might, will. Negative, may not, might not, will not, or you can use the contraction won't. Okay, remember this is irregular here. There's not going to be willn't. Okay? Willn't and mayn't are not real words. If you see them on a test, they are wrong answers. Okay? You probably will see this willn't on there. They want to make sure that you understand the contraction is won't, not willn't. All right? So you will probably see this as one of your choices. Don't be fooled. Remember, it's irregular here. And mayn't. Okay? Now, mightn't is a word, but most people don't use it. It's better to say might not. Just keep this in mind. All right? This is the one that's probably going to get people. It shouldn't be an option, but there's a possibility that it might be there, all right, on a test. Just because they want to make sure that you understand it, we've let you know that this is a possible answer, but this one and this one are not answers. All right. After a modal verb, use a base verb. I, may, am. Okay. I may be. I will studies. Okay. I will study is correct. They might traveling. They might travel. Okay, again, all base verbs. She will has, she will have. All right, so keep this in mind. After a Moodle, always use a base verb. Okay, let's take a look at our next slide. Just take about 30 seconds, review this, and then we'll discuss it. All right. Yes and no questions with will. Okay. Remember, here's your formulas. Right? Your formula. This is the way you do it when you're speaking and you're writing. Try to focus on this and remember this is the order it goes in. Will plus subject plus base verb. Answering, yes, comma, subject plus will. No, comma, subject plus won't or will not. Will they go to the English lounge? Yes, comma, they will. No, comma, they won't. Will she study all weekend? Yes, comma, she will. No, comma, she won't. Will he get married? Yes, comma, he will. No, comma, he won't. Okay. Next page. All right. And again, take a minute or so here and review this, and then we'll go over it together. Okay, let's discuss it. Yes and no questions with may or might. To ask for permission in a formal way, may plus subject plus the base verb. This is your formula. Now, think about this. A lot of times students say, teacher, can I go to the bathroom? And if it's me, I'm asking, I don't know, can you? All right. What is the correct way to say this? You're asking permission, so you're going to use may. So let's look. May I borrow the car tomorrow? All right. You're asking for permission. May plus subject plus your base verb. Yes, you may. No, you may not. Now, the reason you don't hear this or probably don't use it often is because a majority of the time, we all use can. All right? Can I go to the bathroom? People understand that you are asking permission to do something. So the proper grammar always isn't used. May we come a bit later? Yes, you may. No, you may not. To ask permission in a very polite way, might. Might plus subject plus base verb. Might we ask you a question? Yes, you may. No, you may not. Might I interrupt you for a moment? Yes, you may. No, you may not. Okay, so with this, take a look at what we're using here and see what we're using when we give our answer. Okay, all right. On the next page, we're going to start with some exercises. All right, you're going to do some practice here, and then we'll check them together. So complete the sentences with the correct modal. I'm going to give you 3 minutes, go through this, and then we'll go over the answers together. All right, let's go over our answers. Okay, my family and I blank travel to Montreal next summer. Might be. Okay, my family and I might travel to Montreal next summer. John isn't in class today. I think he blank sick. Might be. I think that you blank wrong. I think the meeting is tomorrow night today. Maybe. It blank rained later today, so I'm going to take my umbrella. Right? I'm taking my umbrella, so there's a greater chance that there will be rain versus not rain. Okay? So this is why we picked might here and not might not. Okay, let's look at the next slide. And again, we're going to do some practice. Okay, take 3 minutes, go through it, and then we'll check answers together. All right, let's go over our answers. I blank at work tomorrow because I have a bad cold. So bad cold, this is our key word or key phrase here that's telling us that you may not be. We blank have a grammar exam next week. Let's study. May. Hurry. Let's get to the store before it closes. It blank open after 6. Okay, you're telling to hurry there because you're worried about it being closed. So, and it might be close to 6 o'clock. So might not be. Oh no, the airplane be delayed because of bad weather. All right, so we know there's bad weather, so we're saying the airplane may be delayed. Bad weather is telling us why we're picking may versus may not. And we use the phrase, oh no. When we say that, we're usually thinking there's some kind of an issue, some kind of a problem here. All right, let's work on some more exercises here. All right, on this page, you're going to complete the sentences by using may not, and might not to describe possibility. So I'm going to give you about 5 minutes. You go through this and decide. All right, use the key words in the sentence. Okay, there are some dark clouds in the sky. It may rain. All right, so think about this. Use the key words here. All right, 5 minutes. All right, let's go over our answers here. Okay, it's 9:30 and Jack feels tired. Okay. He feels tired, so he might go to bed. We're not going to use it. You could, if it said it's 9:30 and Jack feels wide awake, he might not go to bed. But here, our key word, he's tired, right? He feels tired. My class starts soon, but I'm not sure where the classroom is. She may not find her classroom. All right, or you can say, since we're using may not here, this would be the best thing. All right. So my class starts soon, doesn't know where the classroom is. So she may not find her classroom, or she may not get to class on time. Okay, something along those lines. Sarah has some money and she is at a clothing store. Okay, so we're going to use might. She might buy something. She might get some clothes. All right, why? She has money. She's at a clothing store. So the possibility that she is going to get something is above 50%. Kelly and Jenny are friends, but they live in different cities. They are both traveling to Washington this summer. They may see each other. Why? They're both going to be in here in the summertime and they're friends. The possibility is they may see each other, but it's not 100% sure because they may be there at different times during the summer, or when one is there, the other may be busy. Okay? It's cold outside, but James isn't wearing a jacket. He might freeze. He might be cold. So we're looking, it's cold outside. James, no jacket. So we know he's cold. My brother is at a restaurant and he feels a little hungry. May. He may order food. You could say he may eat something. He may buy something. He may get something. All right. So there are some other options for you. Okay. He's at a restaurant, hungry. I should go to work today, but I feel a little sick. Might not. All right. So he's supposed to go to work, but he's sick. So he might not go, or you can say he might not go to work. All right. Good. Let's take a look at the next one. All right. Next up is going to be our quiz. Okay. You're going to take 5 minutes, do your quiz, and then we will check the answers together. Okay, let's review each question. All right. She blank get good marks because she is very smart and studied for many years. So let's take a look. She is very smart and studied for many years. So the possibility is near that 100% because what do we have here? The clue or the keywords. Very smart, studied for many years. All right, let's take a look at our next one. We'll go back and then jump back. I blank late to class tomorrow, but I don't know for sure. All right, so late to class, not sure. So we know will is not going to be one of our choices because not sure. So it's not at that 100%. Let's take a look. I may be late to class tomorrow. Now, what's going to happen? Remember, this, although you probably, maybe people write it this way, this is the correct way to write it. All right? And we know we're not going to use the negative here. All right? This is an incorrect. So we don't know for sure. This cuts this out. And we know when we see this contraction, this is definitely not an answer. So it leaves you with two answers, and you have to remember how we do the formula. All right. Let's take a look at our next one. The students blank take their Unit 5 test on Thursday. So what do we have here? Test Thursday. What happens every Thursday? Tests. Okay, so we know well is the correct answer. Why? We know on every Thursday there's a test. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. There blank be many spiders in the forest. I can't go to the forest because I have a phobia of spiders. All right, now let's take a look at our answer and then we'll explain. Okay, now let's take a look. First, I can't go to the forest because I have a phobia of spiders. So are we going to use the negative here? No, because there's not 100% sure that there won't be spiders. All right. Now, are we 100% sure there's spiders there? Don't know. Now, this is our correct answer because you know we're not using can right now, and we're not going to use it in the negative. So we look here, spiders in the forest, and they have a phobia. You have to remember what phobia is, okay? A fear of spiders, all right? So they're worried about there being spiders there. They don't know for sure, but they're worried, so they can't go. Okay, next. Muhammad blank failed the test because he is very smart and always gets a high score. So look at our keywords here. Very smart, always gets a high score. So let's look at our answer. Muhammad, all right, will not fail the test. Now, what are we going to do? When we see this answer, we know this is wrong because this is not correct contraction form. This is an irregular, right? And we're going to focus on our key phrases or key words. Very smart, always. When we say always, what are we talking about? What percentage? Okay. Always gets a high score. So if he's very smart and always gets a high score, what's the chance that he's going to fail? 0, I would say. All right, so we will use well. You can use well not, or the contraction won't. Okay, let's take a look at our last one. He always cancels plans when we will be with a lot of friends. He blank a phobia of big groups of people. Okay, he always cancels when there's lots of friends. So he blank a phobia of big groups of people. Okay, so he might have, right? We know this is an incorrect contraction, so D cannot be the answer. We are not working on can, so can is not the answer. And we had leaves us with A and B, and we've got to make sure we have the correct one after. Okay. All right, and that concludes our grammar for Book 4, Unit 8 this week. Okay. If you have any questions, again, make sure you go back through the slide, this video presentation, and check the different slides and review them.